Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to another fun time Phoebe stream. I totally didn't forget to go pee before stream started. Owie! I just got here. What the hell? But hey, everybody. Hey, Aaron Munchkin. Hey, Matt. Hey, Tara. Hey, Eldritch Nirvana. Hey, Trap. Hey, Anarchist Peanut. Hey, Life Drain and Road. Fine, I guess you guys still want to hear about cool ghosts and stuff today. Hey, Ploy Phrase. All you wonderful people in chat. Fresh ID. I never actually had tea. Melee robot. Sword tabby. It sounds like you're a little desperate then. Huh? You want this? Rude. I'm glad you almost did minimum damage. You stinky sprite, you. Frick, you gave me the ghosties. Wow. You hear him, chat? So ungrateful. And here I wanted to go and share some awesome and cool stuff with you guys. What's that? You guys want this? You want to see this? This little book I have here? My little War of Immortals? Thank you for that, Pat. Giving my chat believes me. Yeah, no, I missed a streamer for you. Yeah, the book. Just barely out of reach. Let me see the good, so I'll get there. I just want to preface this stream with a little thingy. First of all, anyone who is here, do not worry. I will have, like, a non-stream, like a fully recorded, a nice setup for my class guides as well. And I'm not just going to be doing the stream stuff for them. This is just a little sneak peek before I can finish editing and recording all of my stuff for it. So if streaming is not your current platform of choice, and you just want to watch a fully recorded video, this VOD will be available at the end of stream, but there will be a full edited and recorded video of it coming within the next week. I didn't really expect to get the book like today, like yesterday, actually. Give us the book? You get it eventually. Hey, Ironcaster. Don't bite me, Trapagon, that's rude. We're in full Brad mode today, what do you mean? I'm a goblin, it's always Brad mode. Hey, Amaterasu, what's good? Oh, yeah, no, we're gonna go and jump right into this whole thing. You know, nice YouTube chat works. Yeah, I finally set up a fucking YouTube chat widget. Very good, girl. Could I have book? I'll let you look at it. Thank you so much for the follow, Noira. Like my new fucking, like my new alert for people following. I gotta make the text better, readabler to the stream itself. But I can see it just fine for me. Yeah, it's more like a trap. That's what I thought. Yeah, no, we're going to be going over just the Animist today. And then on Friday, we'll be going over the Exemplar. And then I'm thinking on Saturday, we're going to have a longer stream going over all the Mythic stuffs. And then maybe making Mythic Phoebe, if you guys would be interested in that. Zone reference, what do you mean? Time zones can stream in Mortal Shell, so I had to eat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That you were stopping by, though, Anarchist Peanut. I hope you have a wonderful night. Dream of goblins tonight. Specifically, you dreaming of giving me all of your dollar. Yeah, no, we're going into just the ghosts today. The Animist is a really interesting and really fun class, to be honest. Like, I'm not normally a caster lover. I know I might be a magus, but it's like 90% stabbing, 10% magic, and I'm more a fan of stabbing. The Exemplar is the thing I was actually very, very excited to go and see. But the Animist is weird. It's strange. It is the most versatile, and then by proxy, the most complex spellcaster. Thank you, Apok Golem, for the follow. But yeah, no, they are extremely... Like, I feel like if a new player was just given an Animist, they would probably get a little lost. Do goblins dream of bitten sheep? I'm not allowed to say what we dream about on Twitch. Maybe Blue Twitch someday. And then she'll be a haggis. No! In like 3 months, I'll be a haggis, dude. Don't even look at me. Not even 3. I get a little. 2 months and 4 days, I will be a haggis. Yeah, no, the main thing with the Animist is its spellcasting is completely fucking weird. Like, when it comes to the actual spellcasting of the class, it is because like every caster in Pathfinder 2 is either like what's it called, prepared or spontaneous. Prepared is the old, if anyone's new here doesn't know what prepared is, it's the older Vancian cast. You ever heard that before, where you have to individually slot in every single spell into your spell slots every single day. So if you were a cleric with 4 first rank spell slots, you could put like 3 heals and 1 harm. Thank you so much for the follow, Hybrid Custode. And thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, me. Oh no, 5 month subs. I can't read. Maple. I am here. Hey, Black Ouroboros. Welcome in. What's it called? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so you prepared as that. And the spontaneous is more akin to what you guys might be used to, whoever has played D&D 5th edition before. Every caster in that game is basically spontaneous. You have a smaller pool of spells available to you, but you have typically more spell slots per rank, as well as just the freedom to go and put whatever spells you want whenever you want. So you might know 5 different first level spells, and you just cast as many as you want, as long as you have spell slots for them. Thank you, Thecora, for the follow. This book is fucking fire. And the reason why I had to bring those both up is because the Animist is split in half. It is half prepared, half spontaneous. It has half its spell slots every single rank, so 2 per spell rank. It has half of those be divine prepared spells in the exact same way that the cleric does. So you know the entire divine spell list, you have it all available in front of you, and you can slot in whatever divine spells you want in those 2 spell slots per day. Whereas the class's main shtick is something called apparitions. This is why I made so many ghost references. You talk to spirits, and you commune with spirits, and then you attune yourself to the spirits, and the collective amount of ghosts you have will combine together to create your spontaneous spell repertoire. And you can change what ghosts you attune yourself to every single daily preparations, with some feats and also subclasses being able to change them more so on the fly in some instances. So your spontaneous spells and also your prepared spells could just be swapped to whatever you want them to be every single morning, every single day, which is extremely versatile. Lets you just prepare ahead of time for anything you might need to do. You want damage? Okay, grab the fiery earth one. You want healing? You have your divine stuff right there. You need some debuff stuff, grab an occulty ghost, stuff like that. But in turn, since you have that versatility, it's also incredibly complex, and I feel like it would scare a new person away if they've ever tried to play the game before. Yes, and whatever ghost you have focused on it, your time gives you a focus spell for it. But the base spells they give you are just added to your repertoire, which is a fun word to say. Repertoire is really fun. I like saying the word repertoire. It rolls off the tongue. The end split in half. Damn, I hope someone puts them together again. Listen, okay. So your spontaneous spells is only ever a set based on your spirit you tune to. Yes, you start off with 2 spirits, and you max out with 4 spirits as you level up. So, owie. When it comes to like your ghosts, you'll always have at least 2 different spells your spell repertoire per rank, going up to 4 once you have 4 ghosts, and so you can mix and match those different like types of spirits that give you different types of spells. Because it's not like a spell list you get from them. You get like not like a spell tradition you get from them. You get like a specific spell list. You get like this spell at first rank, this spell at second rank, this spell at third rank, etc., etc. They are kind of like the Arcanist if they mixed with like the medium and or the shaman, depending on like how you look at it. Oh yeah, that was a thing. I ignored it. Rather righteous. Just like the old classes out. There's a lot of stuff coming back there, like older themed. Like the class archetypes in War of Immortals is Blood Rager, Vindicator, which is the Inquisitor, Avenger, which is the Slayer, and like 2 other cool class archetypes. There's a lot of older stuff coming into Pathfinder 2e in different flavors, different ways and forms. I really like what they did with Blood Rager. It leans more into the blood than it does like the magic-y stuff like it did from 1e, but I kind of like it that way. They meld together in a really cool, interesting thing. I'll probably talk about it on like Sunday or something like that. But it is a really interesting class. I'm gonna go and swap over to my different gameplay screen thingy so you guys can read along with me as I explain stuff, because you need to see what the like spell chart and spell list thing you get from it is. I grew up from old edgy 1e to new edgy 2e. Yeah, kind of like that, honestly. So I'll be right back. As you can see, we're on the Animist page. I like the symbol. It's a dude and also a deer. Class archetypes are really cool. Warrior of Legend class archetype for the fighter is way more cooler than I thought it would be. I was originally thinking that, like, hey, maybe, like, because it's a fighter, okay, you know, fighter is kind of boring. It's based on Achilles, who is kind of boring. Homosexual, but boring. Like, I like him for that part, but, like, the other stuff is kind of boring. He's just, like, out the spear, who can't die as easy. But the gameplay for Warrior of Legend is actually really cool. It's a fun back and forth with you and, like, an enemy and stuff like that. It's really cool. Utilizing your own curse to make yourself cooler. Hey, Ultra Perf. Hey, Callie. Yeah, Gun for the Class looks like two wolves inside. Oh my god, it does. I didn't even notice that. It really does. Why'd you have to say that? Now I'm gonna not see that. But yeah, no, as Animist, you are basically a little conduit that can go and talk to spirits, whether that's like full-on ghosts or like the spirits of like different parts. Like this is the spirit of the forest, something like that, or like this is just my dog who died, but I like his ghost, so he hangs out with me. Or this is Dave, the ghost. I was talking about the spell thing he wears. There it is. Animist spells per day. As you could probably see, the pluses, all the stuff on the left is what you get from being like a divine prepared caster. And all the stuff that's plus whatever is the stuff you get from your spontaneous ghost casting. They have to have an entire paragraph at the bottom right here detailing what all of the shit about, like, yeah, this is what it does. This is what that means. Please don't get confused. That's what I'm saying. A first-timer, if they saw this, they would have a fucking brain aneurysm. This is a fairly complex caster. It's the most complex caster, and I think it's the most complex class in the game as terms of, like, customization, what you can do with it. My brain already hurts? Exactly. That's kind of why I want to make a little guide for it. Because it's literally half and half of, like, both types. Oracle got dethroned hard. No, literally, Oracle got, like, streamlined fully, and they're like, alright, it's big brain time for the Animist. I'd lose. Because, like, it's very weird. I love it a lot. I showed my friend to play this. She told me if I told her she'd ever have to make that class. I like the spellcasting. Like, yeah, it's bonkers. Can't believe it scratches the brain good. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really good. It's extremely versatile. The complexity comes from how versatile it can be. Kind of like in the same way that the versatility and also complexity from the Alchemist works, but in caster form. Oh, so good evening, Quinny. I love this class personally. So far, I've only really super loved. Oh, thank you, Mr. Megiddo, for the follow. Only super turbo loved 2 casters in my life so far. One's the Animist, and one's the Mystic from Starfinder. How's this class work with stabs? I didn't check. I'd assume it would work primarily based off of the prepared spells. Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. Take the Alchemist archetype with us? No, that's too much big brain. I'm so hyped. My player is going to be Exemplar, Shifter, Dual Class. Shifter's third party and awesome. Ooh, I've seen so many third party Shifter stuff, so you should send me a link to whatever you're using. I didn't actually look to see what it would do with stabs. I didn't think about it because I don't really use casters a whole lot. Yeah, your brain will be huge. It would be the biggest brain ever. Thank you for the head pat. Well, like, just this spell table alone can pretty much show you like, hey, this is gonna get fucky. And multiclassing in, especially Vivisectionist Alchemist, where it was just a cooler rogue. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Tabby, same brain. Yeah, Kelly, I didn't even think about the stabs, how it would work. Ugh, I gotta ask somebody about that. Ask like Michael Sayer or somebody. Thank you for the hydrate. I was mostly thinking about that because I have an NPC whose primary class is Spawn, but they took a prepared arc. What set do they use? I did not talk about it yet, but they are a Wisdom. They are another Wisdom caster alongside Druid and Cleric. What does Michael say after Michael say? Yeah, no, I listen to metal a lot. I'm sorry if it doesn't fit the vibe. If you guys think I should change it to something more fantasy and stuff like that, then I sure will. Hey, righteous. Yeah, Wisdom! Big brain, you can see everything. You know what I still think is the funniest thing ever? When it comes to the spellcasters in Pathfinder 2e? Druid is still the only, like, primal caster. Druid is the only primal caster that is exclusively primal. Like, sure, Sorcerer and Witch can take primal, but, like, purely primal spellcasting is only Druid. It's been 5 years. It's still only Druid. It's really funny to think about. As Animist Diviner Cult, it is half prepared divine caster, half spontaneous, whatever the fuck you want it to be. Thank you so much, Song and Rain, for the follow. Okay, I'm gonna keep the metal on like you guys keep asking. I will add another song that I love. It's goofy as shit. It's a goofy tabletop theme metal song that I love. I'll add to my queue real quick. Alright, back to actually what we're doing important. Look, I love druids, but you're right. It's kind of strange, you know? I thought about it a while ago. You're forced to make more primal spellcasting by wild girls. That's the thing. Like, it's the only primal caster that's not like somebody can just pick whatever list it wants to be. It's exclusively druids. But yeah, back to this. They are Mr. Megiddo. You can see by this spell list thingy, all of this, like, it says something plus something. The first number, so this 2 plus 1 that I've highlighted here, this is, the 2 is your prepared divine casting. You prepare the exact same way as a cleric does. You get the entire divine spell list in your brain, and you can just swap whatever slots you want to put into every during the preparations. And then the plus 1 comes from your pool of spells you put together into a repertoire based on whatever spirits / apparitions you attune yourself to every single morning. You can swap that around every single day when you do your daily preparations, or some subclasses and feats that you swap around a ghost here or there. Kineticist is kind of primal caster-y, I guess, if you just limit primal to elemental stuffs. But then again, Arcane has a lot of elemental stuffs too, and you know, it's kind of strange. I do agree that it's very primal themed, but like, come on, dude. I want a primal number 2. I don't even know what the fuck another divine prime. What other type of thing would be a divine primal caster? It is insanely terrifying, but also insanely fun. I keep saying this, but like, it is the most versatile spellcaster you will ever see ever. As divine caster, is this class sanctified? I don't believe so. Divine Primal, it's just divine plus whatever else your ghosts give you. Because each apparition gives you a specific spell per rank you add to your spellcasting repertoire. Like, I'll pull up one right now. Custodian of Groves and Gardens. As you can see, every single spell rank you have available to you, it gives you a specific spell. So, Custodian of Groves and Gardens has a first rank spell. It gives you Protector Tree. Second rank, it gives you Gentle Breeze. Third rank, Safe Passage, etc., etc. And you add that to your repertoire. And if you also have Imposter and Hidden Places attuned to you as well, you get Ill Omen, Invisibility, Veil of Privacy. Exemplar can be sanctified. You can choose to sanctify yourself level 1. That's what I thought it was, Callie. That's what I assumed it to be. I assumed it was just the repaired half. Because you can swap out the, what's it called, spontaneous stuff way easier. This doesn't have, like, a defined, what's it called, the spell tradition. Can those ghost spells be upcast, or are they locked? I believe they are locked, question mark? I'm trying to remember. Because I read through this, like, really late last night. Maybe they could remake this shifter into as a primal wave caster. I know shifter had no casting, but did have a lot of spell-like abilities. That's true. Oh, heck, the spirits still seem to specifically listed as traditions, huh? These are not traditions, no. They just give you flat-out spells. They are signature playtests? Thank you. Because I'm trying to remember where they stated exactly, because it's probably in the Apparition spellcasting thing, but, like... You can see the wall of text. It starts with Apparition's attunement, scroll all the way through, Apparition and Animist spellcasting, scroll all the way through, hiding spells, cantrips, your vessel spells, or your focus spells. This is like 3 pages of describing how your spells work. Yeah. Yeah, Amaterasu, the ghost spells are spontaneous like a sorcerer. Yes, the ghost is giving you their shit. Basically, like, you are able to channel the ghost's energy into these different spells. Also, this is the song I was talking about. This is just about playing tabletop games. What would do class well? This, I'd say a martial class explicitly because of one single feature. I'm gonna scroll down to you real quick. It's a 6th level feature. If you play the playtest, you know what I'm talking about. It's called Grudge Strike. Grudge Strike, 2 action ability. If you're attuned Apparition, gives you one of these specific lore skills. I'll get to exactly what all ghosts and apparitions do in a second. You can make a melee strike with a +2 bonus to your attack rolls and deal additional void damage to the target unless it happens to be healed by void damage, in which case you do vitality damage instead. Immediately right there. This is an amazing feature, by the way. This will enable you to have your, what's it called? Your Animist to go in face-to-face in martial stuff, situations and stuff like that. They did not change the skill at all. This is what most people were afraid they were changing. Grudge Strike is the exact same as in playtest. It is extremely strong for a melee stuff like that because the Animist has a D8, I should just say 8 HP. So it's not bad when it comes to HP-wise. It's just lacking a little in the wappy department when it comes to weapon proficiencies. It's just a really good feat. So fighter Animist with the new fighter archetype. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that would work. Yeah. You're just full of ghosts. Thank you with hydrate. Yeah, what Aku has said in chat. You can also just have a shield and raise a shield whenever you want, no matter what type of class you are. Shields are just a universal thing. Move aside, Oracle is my new beloved divine caster. Honestly. Battle Oracle has been replaced by a 6th level feature, in my opinion. Grudge Strike is just too good to pass up when it comes to anything. Like, just, like, caster punching, except for probably Battle Harbinger when that comes out, but that's replacing... They said it's replacing some of its spellcasting, form option stuff, so I'm assuming it's going to be a wave cast like Magus, but it could just be removing the divine font. I saw playtest Animist who used that while it changed into Dino form, because why not? That sounds fucking badass and cool as shit. So you can just raise shield, and just crack somebody's skull open. I'm gonna go scroll back up so you can actually know what Apparition Attunement is. Apparition Attunement is basically saying, hey, there's ghosts, spirits, apparitions everywhere. And you can go and attune to these types of apparitions to give you your spellcasting stuffs. But not just spellcasting things. Each apparition, let's go down to one of the stat blocks, gives you a lore skill based on that ghost itself. So apparitions, the apparition skill you get from Custodian of Groves and Gardens is farming lore and herbalism lore, because of course the ghost that's based around groves and also gardens is really good with farming and herbalism. Each apparition also gives you a unique focus spell that you can only use if you have that one specific ghost as your main ghost you have decided to channel that time. Because while you might have a pool of 2 to 4 ghosts depending on your level, one has to be at the forefront, and that one you pick gives you your focus spell. You can swap around which ghost is at your forefront. I think it's a 10-minute activity, but one of these subclasses themselves lets you do it for a single action, so that you swap between your ghosts. It's like a 1-action thing. You need to go and use 2 different focus spells in your turn, which is a very important thing to talk about, because you fuckers who played the playtest ruined it for everybody. I know, you know who you are. You fuckers, like the class, like even like calls you out, because during the Animist playtest, there is a very specific, strong focus spell people would spam for all 3 actions. Because as you can see, all these vessel spells are a single action. All these unique focus spells are a single action. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? This one right here. The one for Steward of Stone and Fire. People would spam this 3 times a turn. It is a 10-foot burst. Reflex save within 30 feet of you. Sustained for up to a minute. And it deals fire and bludgeoning damage with also persistent fire damage. People would spam that 3 times a turn. Because it was really good. Why wouldn't you? So they called you out. Where is it? I'm trying to find the exact little thing where they're like, we know who you are. Because it was literally just people spamming like, burn, burn, burn. Like they're a really bad Mega Man boss on the PlayStation 2. Burn to the ground? If anyone knows what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. Your ears hurt. God, where is it? I'm trying to find it because it's really funny how they just talk about it. Yeah, it's me with War of Immortals. It could be in the Vessel Spells section. Just wait a second. Because it even specifies you can only use 1 of your vessel spells per turn of that specific spell. So you can't spam 3 Earth Biles, but if you happen to be the subclasses you swap between your main core attuned ghost, you can use 1 ghost's main focus spell, use an action to swap to another ghost, and use that ghost's focus spell. It's just so funny. They specifically call out, you can't use Earth's Bile 3 times a turn. And I will never not love it. I'm just going to search for this. Okay, here's Vessel Spells. Because Vessel Spells are a manifestation of a specific apparition, an Animist can't cast or sustain a specific Vessel Spell in the same round they've already cast or sustained it. For example, an Animist who has cast Earth's Bile during their turn can't cast or sustain another instance of Earth's Bile in that same turn. You did this. You guys did this. It's like you can't sustain and or cast that same shit over and over again. I know who you are. They had to call you out because literally people casting it, sustain, sustain. The next turn cast, sustain, sustain. And it was the funny because like it was really strong because it was just free damage. And you could sustain it for up to a minute too. So you could just be like cast, sustain, sustain, cast, sustain, sustain. No, it was cast, sustain, 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 over and over again. It was nonstop, just fucking. Yeah, that's why I meant Aku. My brain didn't do it, so it was just you use one focus point and just spam that one action ability nonstop for an entire like fight. Hey, Controlled Carnage. The question is, when will the Reddit fall apart about this class being too powerful / too weak? Probably right now. I haven't checked the Reddit in a couple days because I knew this would happen. I don't like going on the Reddit anymore. Pathfinder Reddit has become, well, Reddit. And, like, it's kind of annoying with how they do and talk about stuff. I like the Pathfinder Reddit Discord, though, because people are in there are nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Beef9, for the follow. I mean, it makes sense. The Witch can't cast more than one Hex, and Bards can't cast more than one Focus spell. It's in line with them now. It is in line with them now, yes! But people are probably going to be mad about it, being like, man, you mean to tell me I can't just spam the fuck out of my Earth's bile anymore? No, you can't. You must think. What's in Barham in the subreddit? Yeah, probably. It's only gotten worse the past couple of years. And we go on the Reddit to go and post dumb Pathfinder memes and get yelled at for being a thought. It's just so funny. Even that bad. Yeah, let's get into the... I know a lot of people have been wondering about what the Animist subclasses are going to be. I'm looking at the Discord for the Reddit IRC. Oh, okay. No wonder they're so nice, made out of friendship and coolness. Like Gabbo's best Gabbo. I am. I can't talk. But, like, no. Because, like, back before I ever met Tiefling Melissa, one of my good friends, love her to death, back when she used to post her memes on the D&D subreddit, the comments were filled with nothing but, like, this fucking e-thought, like, advertising her OnlyFans and her dumb Twitch stuff with her memes, and I was like, that's kind of mean. And then I started doing the same thing in, like, the Pathfinder Reddit, and Pathfinder memes and D&D memes, and I got the same fucking thing to me, and I was like, oh, it's just Reddit. It doesn't matter that she's a tiefling lady, it's just Reddit not liking women. But we're past that now. I'm a wholesome little bean. Said they're not memeable. Just steal memes. Just do what I do, just steal memes. You got huge gazongas, that's all you need. Just put those gazongas in the meme. You're good. And that's all it takes. Yeah, these animist practices are what they call their subclasses. There's 4 of them. Liturgist, Medium, Seer, and Shaman. Cast a spell leaking curse, then force shared damage curse to sustain a proc spell leak curse. That does require 2 6-level spells, though. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, like, preparation stuff that goes into a lot of stuff. There's Shaman. Yes, Shaman is cool. I'll get to that. This one's a controversial one right here. Liturgist is going to be a controversial thing for you. You know how everybody liked... there was it was either 1st or 2nd level Animist feat, I believe, in the playtest called, like, Sustaining Dance. Which actually lets you, as one action, sustain, then leap, and stuff like that. Like, whenever you stepped or leaped or whatever, it would let you sustain for free. It was like a 1st level feat. It was so good that everybody, like, stole it. People would just be multi-classing into Animist exclusively for that feat. Because imagine being able to step / leap and then, like, keep sustaining a spell as, like, a little action compression. Like, they fucking took it out of the base class because everyone just kept using it for other classes. Similar to how they took out these sorcerers, like dangerous sorcery, from being a feat to just being base sorcerer class. It is now tied explicitly to the Liturgist subclass as its 9th level ability. Liturgist is kind of, like, I guess you could say it's bard-like if you count just songs and also dances to be explicitly a bard thing. I think it could be like a cultural thing or something like that, you know? How do mythic points work and how many of them can you have of them? Well, they replace hero points. And you start with 3 every single session, and you use them up as you do mythical things. like doing a big mythical deeds, or like you can still use them to reroll stuff as a hero point would. But you can use them for other really cool things, like certain feats require you to use mythic points to go and use them. There's mythic spells that you can only cast if you spend a mythic point. But yeah, that's basically how mythic points work. But yeah, no, it got wrapped up into a single subclass. The playtesting proved that the concept of a level of feat that lets you sustain and also move at the same time was too strong to just let people have and take and grab at. If you go mythic, it also replaces the hero points. Yes, mythic points are replace your hero points. Full stop. You no more hero points. You don't get hero points. You just get mythic points. But I did get a really nice second PDF that explains how you would use mythic stuff alongside non-mythic players. So you have one character be mythic and the other players not be mythic. I'll get into all of that on Saturday though when I go over the mythic stuff entirely, but I'm just gonna focus on the Animist for now. I wish I could stay longer, but I really gotta go to bed now. Good night! Additional PDF? Yes. And an additional, like, 2-page PDF that explains how you would use mythic stuff slightly differently. It also has a little bit of an errata inside of it, too. The errata covers a few weird wordings with some of the class archetypes, and one instance where they wrote flat-footed instead of off-guard. So, like, not a tutorial PDF, more so like, here's alternate rules for mythic stuff, as well as errata. Like, I'll just talk about it real quick. The rogue racket, the Avenger rogue, originally in the book states you could just sneak attack with your divine weapon no matter what. It's supposed to be you could sneak attack with your divine weapon against your hunted prey. So you can't just default sneak attack with a great sword if you're worshipping Surzreal. But you have to, so like it still works if it's normally able to reach the the sneak attack baseline stuff for like finesse and or agile. And this much, we just talked about the basics of the Animist spellcasting. It's really weird and complex. Got a little bit with the ghosts. We're talking about these subclasses right now. Yes, Veneris Lunpo. Hey, Phoebe does PF of a con-based caster. It's been bothering me for a while that 5e Sork isn't con-based since it's bloodline-based. Kineticist asterisk. It's not fully a caster, but it is constitution-based because you're channeling literally, your body is a portal to a different elemental plane of existence. Yes, Avenger is basically just Slayer. It's come back. Thank you for coming back, Slayer. Thank you for making your return. The Slayer iconic is the Avenger iconic, but he's a nice boy now. You want to watch, but you have to shower? Just take me in the shower with you. It's not kinky or weird at all, trust me. They started having Goblin Bikers to Master Duel. Fuck yeah! I love them. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I love those. What do you mean clip that? Don't clip that. There's no horny. I think there's a line for that. Well, I have the book that you don't have, so I think I get to cut in line. Zim is cool. He's a good boy now. He's learned his lesson. He knows not to be evil and mean anymore. But he knows how to kill the heretics like anybody's business. But yeah, no, Liturgist stole Sustaining Dance and added it to its own class features thingy. What about Divine Mysteries, Urban? You have it? No? What do you mean? Avengers in War of Immortals. It's Battle Harbinger, another cleric one, and also the investigator one. Yeah, I had this book. This is the book I was talking about, you silly goober. Yeah, there's Zadim. Look at him. He's a nice boy now. Zadim, comma, Avenger. Because I don't think Callie has this book yet. Have other DDs in this book? No, I think all the DDs are going to be in Divine Mysteries come November. I went to the Exemplar by accident. Oops. Hey, that bad. Vindicator's fucking weird. I like it, but it's strange. You know, the Liturgist is like all about like the power of song and dance. Is Exemplar still rare? Yes, as well as its archetype. They had to add an errata to say the archetype is also rare. Funny Animist feats. Funny ones, I know all the strong ones. When it comes to funny ones, let me find one for you. Grasping Spirit spell is always my favorite spell shape / meta magic of all time. Just because, ow, what the fuck? Mally, rude. Picture this. Okay, if you don't know anything about this, picture... It's a spell shape you can use once per 10 minutes. Think about it. You're sitting there. You see someone casting a spell at you, but you know that spell? That's a fucking electric arc. You're outside of the range of that spell. Are you kidding me? Is the Animist the most complex spellcaster? Yes, I've said it 9 times so far this stream, I think. Just imagine you're casting a spell, and like you see someone casting a spell at you, and you know you're out of range for it. It's fine. It's whatever. And then you just see them shoot out ghosts. Like 2 ghosts fly out of their body and then grab onto you and forcibly drag you into the range of the spell. Against your will. Just like, Imagine that. Just to fucking imagine that. You're just like, no, please. As you just fucking use your ghost to fucking drag it into the range of the spell. It not only it increases the spell's range by 30 baseline, and then from 30 feet out of that range, you can drag somebody in. A slow 6 must go hard. It specifically says that it can only do it is if it only targets 1 creature. So you can only use it on single target spells, but it's fucking horrifying. Because while the enemy has to make a Fortitude saving throw against your spell DC or get dragged to you, it does have end caps. So you can just drag the enemy boss to you with it. It is the I have friends on the other side. You got that Baron Samedi type shit going on. It's spooky. It's one of my favorite feats. It's because it's like horrifying. You're just like, haha, that huge nerd cannot hit me from here. No, wait. It's so funny. It will never not be one of my favorite things ever. I was like, this art right here. I just want to show her off real quick. We get back to these subclasses. The one is all about singing and dancing. So it stole the whole, sustaining dance thing and used it as a 9th level feature. But its first level feature, every single one of the first level, like, subclass, like, features it gives you just gives you a specific first level Animist feat. So Liturgist just gives you the Song of Invocation gives you Circle of Spirits feat. While Medium gives you the Relinquish Control feat. Seer gives you the Apparition Sense feat. And then Shaman gives you the Enhanced Familiar feat and the Spirit Familiar feat. So that's the first little thing of every single subclass. It's just one of your first level feats you can take. You just get it for free. Went too far. And then their 70th level feature for their subclass is When you roll initiative, you can use these Circle of Spirits as a free action. And if your first action on your first turn is to cast an Apparition cantrip granted by your primary Apparition, you reduce the number of actions it takes to cast by one, minimum of one action. So you can just kind of, as the first thing on your turn, just be like, fuck you, and just throw out a fucking 2 to 3 action cantrip. I think there's only ever 2 action cantrips, but I could be wrong. And 1 action cantrips. Yes, only the first cantrip you cast on your first turn is reduced to a single action, which is strong. But it's not. It's a 17 level feature, and it's your first thing you cast. But at the same time, fuck you, and just throw shoot a fucking explosive death lightning bolt at somebody. Medium is all about having a single apparition be your best friend. Or just like being really good friends with like apparitions in general. You get the relinquish control feat, like I said beforehand, but your 9th level thing is dual invocation. Dual invocation just lets you have 2 attuned apparitions with your primary apparition. So it's automatically one of the better ones. So, like I said beforehand, your primary apparition is who gives you your focus spell every day. And this one lets you have 2 different special focus spells at the exact same time. Yeah, you have your fucking JoJo stands. You've got your oh god, what was that one movie with Michael J. Fox? Question mark. No. Who was it? Yeah, it was Michael J. Fox. What movies was it? The Frighteners. That's the one where he had this weird ghost nerds hang out with him. It's like that. You have 2 ghost friends that hang out with you. And your maximum number of focus points in your focus pool is equal to the number of focus spells you have, or the number of primary apparitions you have attuned to, whichever is higher. Maximum of 3, of course. Yeah, The Frighteners was a weird movie. It was bad, but I love it. You do a class Animist and Summoner, what'd you do? I would take a nap because that would make my head hurt. I love the movie. It's kind of janky, but I love it. And there's something level feature. Just lets you, when you relinquish control, gets you recall knowledge for free. All the strikes you make deal an extra 2 points of spirit damage, and also get resistance equal to half your level against any physical damage, but weakness to spirit damage. This last part alone is very strong, but you also get some extra damage and free recall knowledge. So what the? It's already the most versatile class ever. When it comes to spellcasting, let's give them recall knowledge for free, and also resistance to all damage that's not spirit damage. At least all physical damage, excuse me. But at the same time, try punching my ghost-filled ass now, loser. Honestly, I wasn't excited for Animist or Exemplar, but the few previews there of the classes can change my opinion. Now I can't decide which one I'm playing in a future game. Yeah! I was not excited for the Animist at all. And then I got the book, and now I want the Animist so bad I want to play it the most. But not as much as the Exemplar. The Exemplar is just cool fun. Yeah, my ghost-filled ass. What do you? How else you want to phrase it? I took my own spirit, put it at the back of my reptile brain, and let another ghost pilot my body like it's a mecha. Oh yeah, no, the free recall knowledge is great too. It's just for the 70 level thingy, you just get 3 really nice things on top of each other. You could have it. That's why I said that the Exemplar I want more. Gundam Gundam, I'd watch it. Dude, I want to do fucking mecha stuff. 7 days until the ghost ass comes for you. Next, we have to elude us the table and make it Animist. Maybe. Just love the Anima Mundi. Very fitting. Yes! This is a stream I started cooking some garlic chicken with rice. Nice! I have chicken next to me. I got food right as stream was starting. Haven't touched it yet. It's cold as fuck. That's just my life. This year, like I wanted to try psychic, but I'm being so the Animist right now. It's complicated. It's gonna be a rough time if it's your first, or like when your first cast you ever play. But like, I'd say it's worth like powering through like the growing pains. But Invocation of Sight is your first seer ability. It gives you a +1 bonus to saving throws and AC against the effects of haunts and abilities of spirits and incorporeal undead. As first thingy alongside the Apparition Sense feat, so it gives you a little bit of like a flavorful bonus thingy against stuff that's never going to pop up ever, except for like maybe once or twice. But like as with all these other subclasses, the main thing you're here for is the 9th level ability. You gain resistance to spirit damage and void resistance equal to half your level, and your stats bonus saving throws and AC against the effects of haunts and abilities are up to +2. I wonder if Dark Archive will get remastered past like Guns and Gears, so the more future will be more streamlined. It probably will, although I won't think it would be as changed as you'd probably want it to be, just because it will mostly be like a remaster reprint, just getting rid of all the rules and stuff again once it's out of print. As you're playing Malevolence, in which case, you know, the sea are pretty much gets to run rough shot over half that adventure. I don't know what that is. And at 70 level, you are a bulwark against the terrible spirits that lurk in the dark. Your apparition type becomes a precise sense, and your bonus saving throws and ACs against haunts and incorporeal undead is +3. So, it's neat. Seer is neat. I think it's okay. Shaman is very interesting. Shaman is not at all what I thought it would be just based off the name Shaman, but I kind of dig it. Shaman gives you Spirit Familiar and Enhanced Familiar for free. And then at 9th level, you get Incredible Familiar for free. Yeah. At 7th level, look at this. Look at this paragraph, dude. This is almost half the page for their 70th level ability. Basically, it just says, as one action ability, your familiar can go and become incorporeal for 1 minute. And then, you know, it gets the normal incorporeal stuffs. So it gets immunity to precision damage. It can walk through dudes. It can't do any strength-based checks on stuff. But it doesn't get weakness to force damage. It's it. It's a giant paragraph to basically say, like, hey, your dog is incorporeal now, and it can't move from 60 feet or farther from you, and it has to stay in a line of effect to you. I do think that, like, maybe Arcane Cascade should be, like, a free action. Especially, I feel like it should, like, as a little aside, be like, you get Arcane Cascade as a free action when you spell strike. You can't go through walls, yeah, because you have to maintain a line of sight. Or, like, line of effect, excuse me. I'm not really sure, like, Shaman feels weird. Shaman feels rough. It gives you 3 free feats that are all about familiars, so if you're gonna go deep into familiars, you're probably gonna take this thingy, but at the same time, you can sustain and also leap at the same time. You can have 2 primary apparitions. Your dog can go in, like, incorporeal sometimes, maybe. Shaman's a little disappointing, in my opinion. Not gonna lie. This ain't gonna be all sunshine and rainbows. I have criticisms. I feel like Shaman just kind of, like, familiars are great, don't get me wrong. And, like, free familiar, plus free enhanced familiar, plus free incredible familiar, that's neat. Like, is that it? You get those 3 feats, and also your dog can be incorporeal sometimes. I'm not feeling the shaman. My personal favorites are, of course, liturgist, because I like to dance, I like to sing, I like to move and schmoove. And then also medium, because sheesh, 2 primary apparitions, sheesh. I can just spam my 2 fucking focus spells on that one turn. Bonk bonk. Like, apparition sense is pretty okay. I think it's neat. Where's the feats at? Is it past ghosts? It is. Apparition sense just lets you see, like, invisible spirits, haunts, and, like, undead within 30 feet of you. It becomes precise at 70th level. I'm sitting here reworking my image to be more familiar. Like, shaman could be familiar now. Hey, yeah, it's okay if you really like familiars. I think familiars are okay. Not really, like, I'm not super hyped up about them. I'm not too, like, not hyped about them. Yeah, no, you can just get familiar master stuff built into the base class, which is nice, I guess, but everybody plays with a free archetype. If I wanted a cool familiar, I'd just take familiar master and also medium. It just feels weird. I get it. I get why it exists, but, like, it just feels way less cool. So the familiar can be nuts if they can fly 80 feet in one command. Yeah, but, like, he also is nuts. Spamming my apparition spells nonstop. I'm just saying. We got other prerogatives. I'm over here doing 18 D4s in the corner. You're over there with your cat. Everybody shouldn't play with your archetype, to be fair. Yeah, but nobody doesn't want to have more options. Once you get a taste of greatness, once you eat that, like, Wagyu steak, you're like, man, I don't really want to get this shitty diner burger anymore. Wagyu steak. Once you eat long pork, you can't go to normal pork. It's just how it works. Also, when I was talking about how you can swap your spirits around, when I was talking about that, it's circle spirits, by the way, it's your 1 action feat you get from, what's it called? Not seer. Which one is it? It is a liturgist, so you just swap around stuff like that. You say long pork? Yes, long pork, otherwise known as human in cannibal terms. You're that bad. Honestly, I prefer Answer Paragon over free archetype. My group uses both at the same time. I do. I'm tired of rogue and medic archetype. Give me my meat slop. My group doesn't really use those at all ever. No, you headpen cannibalism. Because I'm adorable. I swear I won't eat you. It's not cannibalism if you're human. We're different species. It's just the natural order. Natural selection, if you will. The seer is kind of like an overpowered Exodus, which I like it. No, I guess. But, like, I feel like the seer is way more campaign dependent. Can I talk about that? I have to eat a gobbo first, green egg and ham. Like, I feel like seer is very much campaign dependent. Versus, like, the general greatness of liturgist and medium just being default awesome in any, like, situation. Was Chandler's stance again? Oh god, where is it? I saw the little thingy for it. Chandler's stance. It's a 1-action stance ability. Every single time you cast or sustain an apparition spell or vessel spell that deals damage, you gain a stats bonus to these spells damage equal to your spell's rank. Every time you cast a spell that has a Vitality or Void, it restores HP while the stance that spell's target thingy gives you a little bit of extra bonus to your healing, equal to spell's rank. Hey, Salvador. I don't know why, but I really like campaigns as role-dependent archetypes, and club class is just me. I can get why people would like it, but like my reasoning for not really liking campaigns slash role-dependent subclasses of that is like they take up page space. And Paizo and other people who like create games like that are constantly trying to cram in stuff for different page space like reasons, because like, you know, that you have to have a specific amount of pages, because if you go over, it costs like twice as much to print. And so if you cram something full of explicitly like weird, like specific dependent subclass like that, it means it probably had to push something else out that is probably more well-rounded and or like diverse enough to be able to fit in any type of thing. That's my reasoning for me being like kind of iffy on like things that aren't things that aren't going to be just what's it called like relevant in very specific instances. Where's my fucking blood magic, Paizo? You said it was gonna be in Secrets of Magic 3 years ago, but it got pushed out for page space. Where is it? Over here, the fucking summoner's over there with no fucking good meld into Eidolon stuff because of page space, but it has 2 different ghosts on the occult spell list. Come on. Blood Rager has it. Blood Rager has a little bit of magic. That's bloodness. Rival Academies? That is what I'm hoping for. I pray to the Prismatic Ray. What's it called again? Divine Prism, if like you're using the remaster version. I pray that it's in there. I want my blood and I need it now. Radiant Prism, thank you. I'm drawing you. Oh, thank you. Much better lesbians for blood, because sometimes, once a month, it just kind of happens. Now I'm just thinking of like the fucking, what's it called? Like the weird vampire pickup line thing. Like the lesbian vampire. Is that what I meant? I know what you meant. I like to have fun. I'm just gonna go over some of my favorite feats from the Animist real quick. Just from like every single. Thank you so much for the follow, Aurora 616. I said beforehand. Ow! Thank you so much for the follow, Lord Admiral Gray. Grasping Zero Spell is my favorite second rank top level feat. Thank you so much for the follow, Core Frumkin. Core Fruckman. Reading is hard. Save the hydrate. Guessing Spear Spell is just so fucking funny to me. It's my favorite spell shape / meta magic of all time. As I said before, you cast a spell, the spell shape increases the range of the spell itself by 30 feet. So baseline, it's already pretty great. And then also 30 feet out of that 30-foot extended range, you throw a ghost at a guy to drag them into the new spell's range, kicking and screaming against their will as they see themselves inching closer to the already casted fireball that's slowly spreading towards them. Like, you're like, ha, I know I'm out of range of that spell that's literally about to impact that space I'm in, that I'm not in. Wait, no, stop. It is just so funny. It's so mean. Has Animist a prep or a spontaneous caster? The answer is yes! It's both. Half Divine Prepared caster. Works exactly like a cleric does for half the spell slots. Do you draw? I do not. I'm really bad at art. Yeah, it's both. Half is Divine Prepared spell casting, the other half is spontaneous casting given to you by your apparitions that you decide to attune to every single morning. Let me just show you the fucking spell chart real quick. You guys understand what I'm talking about. This is complex. This is the most complex spellcaster for a reason. Look at this. Look at this shit right now. Look at that. Look at that. The 2 on the left side is your prepared casting, and the plus number is the spontaneous spell casting that you get from your ghost. It is very interesting. So like I said, half of your spell casting is prepared. Works the exact same way as a cleric does. You get 2 spell slots of each different rank. You can put any divine spell into of those ranks. The other half are spells given to you by your ghosts. You start with 2 ghosts, and you get a 3rd one later, and then a 4th one at like higher levels. I think it's 4th ghost at 17th level, and then 3rd ghost at 9th level. I gotta check again. There's attunement. Where is it? I thought I saw it earlier. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, 3rd at 7th, excuse me. 3rd apparition at 7th. 4th apparition at 15th. I was off by 2 levels. Do I have to find half occult? No! The other half is no spell tradition. Half divine, half gestures vaguely. Every single ghost you get gives you access to 1 spell per rank. So Crafter of the Vault gives you 1st rank Mending, 2nd rank Knock, 3rd rank Ghostly Weapon, 4th rank Creation, etc., etc. And you add that to a pool, which is your spell repertoire. That pool consists of all these spells you get from all the apparitions you're attuned to. So starting with 2, ending with 4. So if you are both into the Crafter and the Vault, and also Custodian of the Groves, you'd have 2 1st rank spells that you could pick from: Mending or Protector Tree. When you get 3 ghosts, it would be Mending, Protector Tree, or Ill Omen from Imposter in Hidden Places. Your spell repertoire changes based on what your ghosts are, and you can attune to different ghosts during every day of preparations. So your spell repertoire can change every single day. Your prepared casting can change every single day, at least spell-wise. Yeah, listen, we don't focus. Store time's cool. Store time is the focus spell for the Echo of Lost Moments ghost. It's a 1-action spell, sustained up to a minute, like most other apparition spells. When you cast a spell, and the first time you sustain it, each round you gain a bonus reaction that you can use for any animist or apparition reaction you have. Has no bonus reaction is lost if you don't use it before you gain your action at the start of your next turn. So it's 1 action in exchange for a reaction, an additional reaction. Hey, Matt, what's up? He may not be Danny Phantom, but you definitely know him. Yeah, he's one of the 3 ghosts I have in my pocket. It is really cool. That's why I keep saying that the Animist is the most complex, but also the most versatile spellcaster, because you can literally swap out everything they do during every single daily preparations. So, like, one day you're like, yeah, I want Witness to Ancient Battles, I want the Steward of Stone and Fire, I want the Monarch of the Fey Courts, and also the Reveler of Lost Gree as all 4 of my spirits, and then the next day you can be like, fuck that. I'm grabbing the Imposter in Hidden Places, the Echo Lost Moments, the Custodian of Groves and Gardens, and also the Crafting Boy. Does the multi-class archetype look nice? It's neat. The Animist multi-class archetype is strange. The class archetype gives you 1 spirit. You're attuned to 1 ghost. Where is it? Yes, there it is. You're attuned to 1 specific ghost. We take the dedication. and that's your ghost. If you're 8th level, you become like expert in the skill. 16th level, you become master in the skill you have of it. You can spend an entire day of downtime abandoning your one ghost friend in exchange for another ghost friend. Yeah, you get one little ghosty as a treat. It gives you basic spellcasting stuff. It doesn't work the exact same way in terms of how it doesn't have the blank plus blank when you give your spell casting. It just lets you have your apparition spell as one of the apparition things you can like prepare with the basic prepared spell casting you get from the Animist spell casting. So instead of having a prepared thingy plus a spontaneous thing, you just have prepared, and you can use your ghost thingy as something you can prepare. And then it gets weird. You know how like every single spellcaster archetype has its 8th level thing that gives you extra spell slots per rank? You get 1 additional spell slot from the Animist archetype feats for each spell rank other than the 2 highest Animist spell slots you have, but they can only be used to prepare spells from your apparitions to apparition spells. So it gives you the little spontaneous thingy, kind of. It gives it to you a little. It emulates it slightly. Show again, please. Show what again? The entire archetype? You're greedy. You need a little smidge of spontaneous. It's pretty interesting. I had an idea for a happy goth summoner, but now Animist may work better. Thank you for the hydrate. I was thinking Animist is spooky month is brilliant timing. It is! Because the book officially releases on the 30th, which is 1 day before Halloween. And there's the rest of it, you screenshotting hoe. Yeah, back to the actual Animist itself. I still know Exemplar. I love it the most. They have changed the epithets in a lot of ways, but made a lot of other changes. Like, they changed a lot of the epithets. You gain the focus spell. You gain the focus spell eventually. I think it's 6th level when you get the focus spell with every other spellcasting dedication. Yeah, all the epithets are very different. I'll pull up the Exemplar for a second. My favorite one was Born of the Bones of the Earth from the original one, from the playtest. Originally, Born of the Bones of the Earth gave you an ability that lets you... It still has the crit ability where if you crit somebody, you can make them immobilized by shoving them straight into the dirt like a Looney Tunes cartoon. That's still in there. That still works. But originally, you could spark the Transcendence to do a 60-foot line of, like, big damage, and that would make the terrain permanently difficult terrain, or greater difficult terrain if you already use it on difficult terrain. Forever, permanently. It also did a lot of damage. Instead, you don't do that. You create an emanation of basic difficult terrain with no damage. It's only basic difficult terrain, not even advanced difficult terrain. But you can ignore the difficult terrain, but it's an emanation around you. They changed that a lot. But it does now give you the feat Energized Spark for free, which is neat. But they've also changed a lot of stuff that was specific to the epithets and made them into feats instead, so you can take it on anything instead of a specific epithet thing. So a lot of the epithets have been fundamentally changed entirely when it comes to mechanics wise, but added those mechanics elsewhere for a lot of stuff. So it's like a bit of a nerf on the epithets, but like a buff on the feat choices you have available to you. I still like it. Cool. Back to the Animist and their feats that I like. I missed the stream. Life is suffering. Aw, no. We're still streaming. Don't worry. I've still got like 2 more hours to go. Give or take. Where is it? There we are. Like I was saying earlier, 2nd level feat, my favorite one is Grasping Spirit Spell. Just take a whole man. Your giant Exemplar is so strong. I mean, she doesn't do half the stuff she was able to do in the playtest anymore. So I gotta change up her everything. So we'll see. AL? Yeah, I had a giant, like a literal tomb giant Exemplar character I made for the playtest. It was really cool and really strong. But a lot of her stuff has been fundamentally changed, so I gotta just swap her shit around. Exemplar does still have infinite self-healing, though, so don't worry. I do like Apparition's enhancement. It's a 4th level feat. It's a free action, once per turn. If your most recent action was to cast a non-cantrip spell, all of your wielded weapons or unarmed attacks deal an extra spirit damage and get the divine trait. So you just kind of like punch somebody with a little bit more damage. Infinite self what now? Exemplar has infinite self-healing technically. You can still basically make Wukong with it, right? Yes. The Wukong Extendo Stick 12th level feat is still there. Only once per turn, I'm assuming yes. It's always been only once per turn. I guess technically it could be something else. No, it is only once per turn, yeah. And Extendo Stick EE. I remember them saying they were going, ow! I'm gonna make an archetype that focuses on domain spells that make it this book, to the best of your knowledge. Kind of, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a full archetype in Divine Mysteries, question mark, because I doubt they would. Because one of the mythic destinies, the rare one, the specific one, the only rare mythic destiny in the book, called Godling, gives you a domain, like you would like the Exemplar had beforehand. But I hope that's not the only reason the only way to have it in that. I hope it's in Divine Mysteries, question mark. I'll have to check later. Once we get the book in, like, what is it, November? I think it's like mid to late November. Wow, we'll get to check. Mythic Destinies? Yes, the mythic stuffs. Bro, do you not know anything about this book that's coming out? Half this book is all about the mythic rules. Yeah, we're going to the Animist today. Oh my god, I forgot I gotta grab something real quick for somebody. It should only take a second. Okay, there we go. I knew it had Gorm, Exemplar, and Animist. Bruh, you didn't pay any attention to the promo material. Based. I'm gonna get effortless concentration. I'm trying to remember if they do. Doesn't look like it. So Gorham, I got Gorham. And she has to have another place. That's fair. But yeah, half this book is dedicated to mythic rules. If you ever played Pathfinder 1E, Wrath of the Righteous, you should know a little bit of a tasty taste about what mythic rules are. Basically, it just changes the entire game functionally and power basis, what you can do and what you can't do. You get something called Mythic Destinies. And also, like your Mythic, what the fuck is it called? There's two different things you get. God, what are they? Why can't I think of it? What are they called? Is better balance than one Mythic? It is, definitely. I'm so excited for Animist. Both me and my friend who love Pioneer and 3.5. I never played 3.5, surprisingly. What the fuck are they called? This is gonna annoy me until I find it out. I'm sorry. Like, there's Mythic Destinies at, I think it's Mythic Paths and Mythic Destinies. Mythic Destinies are the 12th level ones that are really strong. I'm a little scatterbrained right now. Yeah, no, there's a lot of Mythic stuff. I'll go into all the Mythic stuffs in detail on Saturday, so don't worry. Oh yeah, no, the Slayer is really cool. It's the Avenger is the Slayer now. And the Vindicator is the new Inquisitor. Stream frozen for a second. It might have been me. I might have an internet hiccup. I have satellite internet, so it can be fucky sometimes. So don't worry about it. Slayer, yes, Pathfinder 1E's Slayer was basically a mix of Ranger and Rogue. And you'll never guess what the 2E Slayer is like. They gave Rogue Hunt Prey and a bunch of stuff like that. How are we doing? How are we all doing? I am talking about the new Pathfinder 2E War of Immortals book. It is dropped to subscribers today. And we're going over the Animist class, the most complex and versatile class in all of Pathfinder 2E, at least spellcaster-wise. Was there an errata? There was a slight errata that was given to me. It only changed like 3 things. Yeah, only Vindicators are called Inquisitors still. How's 2E looking so far? It's great. I love it the most. The payment for my subscription process today, but my digital library hasn't updated with it. Hopefully tomorrow. It should, as soon as it takes your money dollar. I live in an unholy area, no idea when they ship. Oh, that's fair. Grudge Strike is, of course, my favorite 6th level feat of the Animist. It's just fucking strong. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, you might be slightly behind in proficiencies when it comes to martial stuff like that, but like, check it. 2 action ability. Make a melee strike against someone within your reach. Get a +2 bonus on that strike. Deal an additional 2d6 void damage. It's just free damage, free extra attack proficiency stuff, almost. Show cool feet, please. What do you think I'm doing? It's just free damage. I love it. And instead of void damage, if you're fighting something that has void healing, you just do vitality damage instead to explode them. It just makes you into a gish almost. This coupled with apparitions enhancement can kind of be gishy. Usually you have to pay her to see my feet, but not today. And then speaking of martial stuff like that, when it comes to the medium, whose whole thing is like not the medium, the is it the medium? Which one was it again? Fuck. Their names keep mixing up. I know it's not the Dancy Friend Time Liturgist. What is it? Is it medium? It is medium, I'm right. The medium relinquish control thingy can just be gishy even more with the 8th level feat, where is it? Instinctive maneuver. When you relinquish your control, you could just add grapple, reposition, shove, and trip to the list of actions you could take and get a +2 bonus to those checks. So, like, you can be kind of gishy with the Animist. It is a D8. I mean, I keep saying D8 because I'm used to fucking D&D. It is an 8 HP class base. So, like, you can kind of fuck with this. Grab yourself like a fighter or like a rogue or something archetype and just go ham. Maybe some barbarian like thrown in with the new. Oh, you can't actually because it's an archetype. Right. I was gonna say Blood Rager stuff mixed with this, but like, you can't because they're both archetypes at that point. What's your proficiency? I believe it's lights. Maybe I don't remember actually. It might just be clothes. I forgot to check that. It is medium. They got that druid. I thought it was light armor. It is medium armor. They got that druid. Kill him. Kill. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna stab you to death. You can get all up in there. Medium armor. Grab yourself a shield. Got 8 HP per level. Just start whapping, dudes. Yes, my favorite feats per level are the ones that let you punch guys in the head. Don't judge me. I like hitting people in the head. I'm a martial character user at, like, base. Apparitions quickening is really interesting to me. Once per round, as a free action, you can throw away one of your apparitions and then cast a spell to, like, make its actions go down. They did give Exemplar medium. Don't worry about it. I heard Animist archetype never gives focus spells. I think it gives it at 6th level, question mark. Could have sworn. I might be dumb. Can I say on arc? It doesn't. I'm just dumb. There is no focus. I'm sorry, Amy Tarasu, I lied to you. I mixed up dedications. You had nothing. No focus spells at all. It gives you just one archetype. I mean, one apparition, but you can spend one day to change it out to something else. It takes an entire day of downtime. There's the healing options. Healing options are fun. I played a healer for like the last year of my homebrew, like a homebrew world campaign I was a part of. It was fun. Never again. I was a cleric. My existence was spamming the heal spell, and then sometimes a heroism. If my my sorcerer friend didn't summon a free summon that just gave everybody the bardic inspiration stuff. So, like, healing, yay. Never again. Apparition quickening is neat, like I was saying. You just throw away a ghost in exchange to lower the action cost of one of your spells. So you permanently get rid of it. So you remove all the spells from your spell repertoire, I believe, and like you can't use its focus spell anymore. What is an animist? An animist is somebody who channels spirits and other types of apparitions and ghosts to go and give them spells and magical abilities. I'll go back up to the where is it? The little chart of their spells real quick. They are half prepared caster, half spontaneous caster. So half their spell slots are divine spells that work exactly the same way as a cleric does. The other half is a spell repertoire, which is a pool of spells given to them each by their different apparitions they have attuned to. Each apparition gives you a spell of every single rank, so 1 through 10. And 1 through 9, excuse me. 10 is avatar only. And you can swap those out every single day. So you can swap out your entire repertoire and also all your divine spells every single day, making them incredibly versatile and also super complex. Back down here. 2 more feats and stuff like that. I love these feats. And you can just throw away your ghosts. You can just keep throwing away your ghosts to give yourself like quicker casting until you only have 1 ghost left. You can't get rid of all of your ghosts. You keep sustaining an apparition's focus spell after you swap it out. I think so? Oh, it's definitely way more than an Oracle, especially after Remaster, they changed the Oracle. I'm pretty sure you can. Where is it? Vessel spells. Remember that one. I mean, if your level spells, you might first point. It doesn't say. I'd assume. Also, Fly on Shadow Wings is a really cool feat. I really like it. It's just a 2-action ability once per hour to give yourself a fly speed for 10 minutes. You give up one of your ghosts. Like, so you disperse one of your apparitions for that 10 minutes to fly around, and then you just drop back down on the ground afterwards, and your ghost comes back because it was just using itself for flight. So you couldn't use its magic for magic. And there's only like a couple 12th level feats. Each one, like this one, Apparition Cloud is specific to the Spirit Familiar stuff. And Whispers of Warning is really cool. It's an anti-crit thingy. But I really like Shadows within Shadows. It's a reaction that requires you to be attuned to any apparition that gives you hunting lore or underworld lore. And if you'd be detected by an enemy seeking you, or an enemy would be succeeding in a counteract check against a spell making you hidden, concealed, or undetected, like invisibility, you just force them to reroll. You just use your ghost to be like, no, oh, you can't see me, fuck you. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Banish the Faults of the Flesh is... The name is way cooler than the feat actually is. But it's also kind of funny. It's like a single action, roll a religion check to counteract an enemy's polymorph effect. But they do become immune to it for one day, regardless of the like result of it. So like on the off chance you fight a lot of polymorph dudes, this would be a really cool feat to have, but it is very niche. But at the same time, you just use one action and be like, fuck you, and just make a werewolf turn back into Dave from the accounting. And it's really funny. I will never not love it, but it is very niche. Guardian Guardians is good though. Whenever you succeed at a spell attack with an apparition spell or vessel spell, or when a creature fails its saving throw against a spell, you get a +2 bonus to your spell attack modifiers against that creature, or they get a -2 to saves against those spells. And they last until the end of your next turn. So like, hey Falco Rain, basically this is your go-to 14th level feat. There's only 2 to pick from. One is incredibly niche, one is stupidly strong. Anytime you hit somebody with your spell attack roll, it's just easier now to do it. You just go increase it in a proficiency level. Baseline, you just go +2 for your next spell attack modifier. Thank you. Like, why would you ever not pick this? I'm glad this is 14th level because 1, it's strong. 2, if you'd be able to poach this from other classes, oh my god. You would never not take this. Like, I don't like, no, like, back me up here. Like, this is turbo strong, right? Like, people have been begging, crying, screaming, please, Paizo, let us have a bonus to our spell attack rolls. And then Paizo said unto thee, why not both spell attack rolls and your save DCs? And you're like, oh. Basically it, like, literally. It's just fucking strong, dude. Like, they had to have known. Like, why would you ever pick the one action could come up every maybe 15 sessions or so, perhaps, feat versus the I'm infinitely better now because of I'm just playing my class. This just rewards you for playing your class. When you succeed at a spell attack, it's easier spell attack. When an enemy fails at save, it makes your spells harder to be saved. Bruh. Back what I missed. I talked about the best feat in the entire game ever for spellcasters. Guardian Guardians. Whenever you succeed at a spell attack with an apparition spell or vessel spell, or when a creature fails at save against such a spell, you get a +2 bonus to your attack rolls against that one creature. And they take a -2 penalty to saves against such spells. Yeah, it's fucking nutty! Like, bruh! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, no. That's almost max damage. Good job, Litman. But, like, just know. You're never not gonna pick this. You're never in your life are you ever gonna not pick this. And then Monster Single. Now, where's it? Spiritual Spell Shape Stance. This one is neat. It's just a single action stance you go into. Once per turn while in the stance, you can use a spell shape feat that requires a one action for free. Just do it. That's it. That's all I needed to do, though. You're just gonna use your spell shapes for free, infinitely. As long as you're inside the stance. Too many stances. I love that the Animist has so many stances. Casters went from having 0 stances to Animist having every stance ever, and I'm here for it. Give me a reason to do anything with my casters that aren't just, hey, Considering Warlock, how are you? I love stances. And just giving them to casters is really fun. Cycle of Souls. Where is it? I've been past it, excuse me. Cycle of Spirits, I think you mean. That's not a stat, what's it called? A stance, I don't think. Tired Flippy Pipe. Yeah, it's gotta be careful. Things so strong, you should never not pick it. Yeah. But at the same time, there's like 2 options, and one's incredibly strong, you never not pick it, and then one of them is too niche that you'd ever pick it. But like, think about it. Just think about it. Reaction every single turn to Grasping Spirit spell. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Like, it's just so funny. It's just a good stance. Oh god, someone asked me another Pathfinder question in one of my DMs. It's about monk stances. It literally is involving stances. They're like, hey, Phoebe, can you use any unarmed strike while inside of your monk stances? And I was like, no. Asterisk. It will specifically state that you can only use the specific attack inside of each one. A stance user can be anyone. It's supposed to be the work of an enemy stance. I hate you! What's the Grasping Spirit thing do? Okay, so it's a spell shape / meta magic. It's one action. You extend the reach of your spell. If it only targets one dude and has a specific range, it extends the range of the spell by 30 feet. And then on top of that, if the enemy that you're trying to target is still out of reach of it, your ghosts shoot out of your own body and grab onto the enemy and forcibly drag them up to 30 feet inside of your spell's range. So you hit bite no matter what. You have to make a fortitude save against your spell's DC to go ahead and not get pulled, but drag them into death. It is the funniest thing out there. It's better reach shape, but also scary. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Please be patient. I have returned. Thank you so very much for being patient. And thank you for calling me cute. Trigger you would die? Yes. Okay. This used to be a 20th level feat. I'll talk about it right now. I'll just talk about Spirit Sacrifice. It used to be 20th level. It's now reduced to 18th level. It's a free action if you would die. When your ghost is like, no, don't die. And then you don't die. You choose one apparition you're attuned to, and then you don't die. Your wounded condition is reduced to 1. And you get HP equal to twice your level, and then the apparition is dispersed. You can do this 4 times total. You can do this 4 times total until you're out of ghosts, basically. Once you're out of spirits, you can't use it anymore, obviously, because there's no more spirits to sacrifice. But, like, each time you are sacrificing a spirit for this, which, I mean, you're going to do anyways, you don't want to die, it just reduces the amount of spells you can cast. I love it when I don't die. So old. It's pretty great. And then we have this shit. Look at the dichotomy real quick. I'm going to zoom out real quick. Look at the dichotomy between 20th level spells. There's 2 of them. There is really cool spell, and then everybody has this spell, this feat. Yeah, look, you can see how fucking this block of text is. It is a lot. The true channel spell, you get a single 10th rank spell slot. You can repair shit with it. Yay! Every class has this. Eternal Guide. Once per week. If you're gonna die, you don't. And it tells you how you don't die. It's just really weird. It's extremely flavorful. Aku, it's because of this. Remember the spell chart? Remember the spell chart? My hair's in the way. 0 plus 1. The only one you get is from your spirit, and the only thing you can use with it is Avatar. How good are the extra level spell slot feats? I've never gotten that far in a campaign. If you like casting 10th rank spells, they're pretty great. But, like, they're okay. Yes. You have near sorcerer spell slot level, but only one goes up. Yes, it's because it's weird. The class is strange. If I needed respawns, it would have been needed way before level 18. Yeah, it's just immortality. But like, Eternal Guide is like, hey, by the way, once per week, if you fucking die and you don't get brought back to life within 24 hours, you choose a single settlement with a population of at least 100 people. As long as the settlement still exists and there's no other claims on your soul, like, such as a contract with the devil, and nothing trapping your soul, such as being slain from a crit by a Vilder Raven, your ghosts just kind of, the ghosts all grab onto your body and they just carry you to that civilization, that little, like little city thing you have of at least 100 people. They just carry your whole ghost there, and then you don't die. You're literally reborn. Like, you're reborn, basically. The nature of this rebirth varies between Animists, by the way. Some magically reconstitute and reinvigorate their physical forms to return to life in their original bodies, while others pass their knowledge and power into new bodies who like inherit and effectively take their place in the grand story of existence. Like, it's literally like, you can reform your whole body as a person, or you can just ego death somebody and have them take your place. And I'm like, don't pick that one. That one's evil. That was mean. This feat is DOE. It's the DOA in the living world I play in, since those are making claim by the man-made horror. At the 18th level, not sack a ghost or not die, and I can't talk. It's neat. It's really flavorful. It's like 3 monstrously sized paragraphs long to be like, you don't die. But it's basically saying, yeah, after that week is over, If your body's fully restored, you get all your XP, your levels, all equipment back after 1 week. You can retrain all your ancestor feats if you choose a different guy to steal their body and stuff like that. There's no limit amount of the times you can be reborn, but if you die before a week has passed since your last rebirth, neither you nor your attuned apparitions have recovered enough energy to complete the process again. Yeah, it's once per week you're immortal. You just can never die ever again with this feat. It's also taking up the entire fucking page. Bruh. I know that we need the cool flavor stuff. I know we need the mechanics spelled out directly and exactly. This could just be reduced to once per week you can't fucking die. And it would take up not half a page. I'm not saying it's underwhelming. I'm just saying it's weirdly wordy for you just being like, once per week you can't die. Like, I love it. I love the flavor. When you're trying to cram for page space with every single book you're doing, you know, just don't write an entire half a page of just once per week you can't die. It's just one of those things that's weird to me because it's like, damn, we're kind of crunched for page space with some of these things. I know what we'll do. This. It could have been goblin pictures, yes! Think about it. Think of all the goblin titties you lost because this thing was 3 long paragraphs long. Yeah, there's basically 2 feats to be immortal. There's a 2-page spread in the Dresden Files RPG for addictive spit. I'll draw the goblin titties myself. Please. I don't stream at an odd time. I'm hungry, okay? Listen to me. I need to eat. Hey, RNGs, this was good. Hey, Mindfox. Are you talking about goblin boobs? Thanks so much to follow, favorite brand. Ow. Juan, why wouldn't we ever talk about goblin boob? But look at me. I know what you people are here for. But like, also because look at this. I love the writing of it. I love how it's worded. I love how cool and thematic it is. This entire 20th level feat is 3 paragraphs that are longer than my future. That take up half a page almost. When it could be summarized to be once per week you cannot die. And instead they could have put a picture of a goblin with fat titties on here, but they didn't. Bye, Amaterasu. Animist is so cool. I want to ask a question about Exemplar because I'm playing in a 1 to 20 favorite new feature on the Animist. New feature. Specifically. We name any other VTubers who do PF2E stuff? That's true. There's not a lot of us. There's a couple. There's dozens of us. There's like 4 of us. We do our best. Runia, the witch. She talks about a lot of Pathfinder lore with another goblin, Dina, sometimes. We play Pathfinder. I have 2 VTuber groups who play Pathfinder that I play with on bi-weekly. We're out here. I just have I'm just the cutest, so people look at me. What's my favorite Animist feat that's new? Oh god, I'm trying to remember exactly what wasn't in the playtest. That's the thing. I'm trying to remember exactly what is it, the what's it called? What wasn't in the playtest, because I didn't really playtest the Animist a whole lot, so I don't really know for sure. Specifically, with a new book, are there new spells as well? I'm not super interested in the Animist. Currently, it's a cool class, but I am going to be playing a Druid student campaign. All of the new spells in this book are Mythic spells, so you need to use the Mythic alternate rule stuffs to use them. So there's new spells, technically, but they're Mythic spells, and you use Mythic points to use them. I'm assuming Divine Mysteries might have more fully divine spell stuffs. Question mark. There's a new Druid spell in the new Starfinder playtest book, like Atomic Blast. Look, I'm here. I was examining Phoebe sends the raid over to watch on the 5 other VTubers in the PFD space. Yeah. It's the best god on YouTube. Thank you for saying that, Under Night and Thirst. I think specifically I like the Animist feats that are just Gish-like. Apparition's enhancement is if you're once per turn, it's a free action. If your most recent action was to cast a non-cantrip spell, your unarmed and weapon attacks deal 1 extra 1d6 spirit damage, which is neat. And then at 6th level, you get Grudge Strike, a 2-action ability. Lets you make a attack with a +2 bonus to your attack rolls. And deal an additional 2d6 vitality or void damage depending on who gets hurt by it. And then later on, there is Instinctive Maneuvers, which is when you're in relinquished control, you can add grapple, reposition, shove, and trip to the list of actions you can take, and also get a +2 bonus to doing those. So a martial in your face, Gish-like Animist is not out of, it's not something you, it's not, I can't even talk. It's something you could totally do. They have medium armor proficiency. They can use shields just like a druid can as well. They have divine casting, so they can heal themselves if they need to, or buff themselves, so like heroism. Plus the other damaging spells they can get, or other buffing and debuffing spells they get from their apparitions and stuff like that. You can totally play like almost a Gish-like Animist. I'm here for it. Hey, Herbal Hag, what's good? Our play with Mythic system is like Epic level system. It's kind of like that. It like works in a similar way to Free Archetype if you've ever played that one before, but it's way more powerful-er. Pretty much making what's it called? Making somebody there's something called Mythic Proficiency, which is like above Legendary. It's a +10, and you can just use that whenever you have Mythic points to spend. You can just roll something with Mythic Proficiency, depending on what you're trying to do. The encounters are harder. There's more Mythic templates for monsters you can put on this stuff. It's a lot of higher tier stuff, but it's not going above level 20. So happy to hear a VTuber say Gish. Listen, I'm a Magus. I'm a Gish. It's my life. Gish like a Gesalt? Gish as in martial spellcaster. There is going to be a Mythic adventure path coming out next year, question mark? After that question mark? I don't know if they specifically said exactly when. But I know it's coming. They did mention it. Thank you for saying that. It's a lot of cool stuff for the Animist. I really like it a lot. I do love Gish spell sword characters. They're really fun. Yeah, they want to take some time to see how Mythic plays out. That's fair and all entirely. My GM for my homebrew games, my house games, was debating if she wanted to redo her entire campaign idea she has for our next campaign we're doing in exchange of using the Mythic rules right off the bat instead of waiting for another 3 years for our next campaign to be able to use it. When did the word Gish start to, anyways? Like, early on, like, really early, like, 1st or 2nd edition, when, like, Gith Yankee and Gith Zerai stuff happened, question mark. We reached previously unheard levels of power, previously incomprehensible by mortal minds. +10? Not even just a +10, mind you. Mythic runes, like a +4. Mythic striking weapon. Ooh, ooh. We will try to Google you guys Smashing Pumpkins album. I did not know that. That's kind of funny, actually. But when it comes to the apparitions, there's a lot of cool ones. They all have a different flavor to them, but both thematically and also how they do. Yeah, I mean, it draws you +4 and 5 dice damage. There is a cast of Githyanki called Gish that were the first fighter wizard type creatures. Ooh, thank you. Your game knowledge vastly superior to my known. It might be the decade you have on me, but I don't know. See the Earth's Bile focus spell? It's the exact same as it was in the playtest. 30-foot range, 10-foot burst, 1 action, basic reflex save, sustain up to a minute, deal 1d4 fire and 1d4 bludgeoning damage inside that area with the 1% fire damage. Edomera, you want to know why it's the same? Because they fucking called you out. They know what you are. They changed how the fucking class itself works because of you. Originally, back in the original playtest, you could sustain it on the exact same turn. Or cast it again on the exact same turn and just spam nothing but cast Earth Spile, sustain, sustain, next turn, sustain, 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 next turn, sustain, 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 next turn, sustain, sustain, sustain. But they specified it right here. Because vessel spells are a manifestation of a specific apparition, an Animist cannot cast or sustain a specific vessel spell in the same round they have already cast or sustained it. For example, an Animist who has casted Earth's Bile during their turn can't then cast or sustain another instance of Earth's Bile during the same turn. We know who you are. That's all people did with the Animist during playtest. And they had to specifically call out the fact that, no, you can't fucking do that. Stop, you Earth's Bile weirdos. Stop making the Earth puke on people. The playtester's dilemma. Do I point out why this is broken, or do I let it go to print so I can abuse it later? Why? I have a plan for my next campaign to have a party unlock mythic stuff, and they find the ship that lets you interplanetary teleport, but also for type of base. Ooh. That's a lot of character customization shit. Funny because we limited that, but I take the blame happily. Show the new ghosts, please. I don't know what the original playtest had, because I didn't really look through all of the Animist stuff. I was more into the Exemplar when I was doing the playtesting. Tell me what's in the playtest? Because I don't know. Who's messaging me? Oh, it's my same friend who wanted to know about the monk's dances. I'll never tell. Current fire battle ghost. As long as Barrow's Edge and Scar the Survivor weren't nerfed, Exemplar will take the hate in this book. Yeah, no, don't worry. They're the exact same as they were in the playtest. You still have infinite healing. So we should make the earth floor open. Everybody has a ghost. Got it. As an Animist got it. Yes, but you can't do it non-stop. Now you have to actually think a little. Hey, La Caverna del Costo. What is good? I'm not gonna... Okay, so Craft in the Vault is neat. I like it. Its focus spell is fucking huge. Look at this. This is the focus spell. Everything on the right you're seeing right now on the right half the page is the focus spell. Sustain up to a minute or 8 hours. You just create a little shot, a little thingy to go and make some shit. It's like a traveling workshop. Echo of Lost Moments' story time is really cute. Sustain up to a minute, one action. Oh, store time. We talked about it beforehand. It's literally just you exchange one action to cast a spell to get a second reaction. That lets you use your any animist or apparition reaction. They specify it's only animist or apparition, so you can't just do two two reactive strikes from a fighter. Hey, welcome back. I really like store time. It's really cool. I don't really remember a whole lot of the reactions. There's a couple of them higher level. Specifically, Shadows Within Shadows is pretty great. And Whisper of Warning is also great. Whisper of Warning is once per 10 minutes as a reaction. If you're going to be hit but not critically hit by an attack, you can make them re-roll that attack. You can only do it once per 10 minutes, though. And then Shadows Within Shadows is just, hey, I'm about to be detected by somebody, but I'm using a ghost that has hunting lore or underworld lore. I'm going to use my ghost to re-roll that check and make them take the lower result. So let's use those multiple times. And I still feel like Witness to Ancient Battles is just better. Battle Oracle. One action, staying up to a minute. For the duration, your proficiency with martial weapons is equal to your proficiency with simple weapons. You get a plus on most to your attack and damage rolls made with loose weapons, and you get a reactive strike reaction. It gets the apparition trait, so you can use it with store time. Yeah, you get reactive strike on top of a bonus proficiency with martial weapons, on top of a bonus to attack and damage rolls for a single one action spell. You take a -2 penalty to your spell attack rolls and modifiers to your spell DCs during the thing, but this scales to give you a +3 to attack and damage rolls at 7th level. It's just what the Battle Oracle wishes it could have. And they could just have this whenever. They could just decide to get rid of this or take it whenever they want. They can just swap out this ghost every single day if they want to. They can be like, I want to be a better marshal today. I'm gonna take this. Plus Grudge Strike. Fuck you. I'm trying to remember if Grudge Strike is also status. I think Grudge Strike is status. It's circumstance. Grudge Strike. Grudge Strike's attacks. I didn't notice this before. I thought they were both fucking status. No. Grudge Strike is a +2 circumstance bonus to your attack rolls. Come on, come back. Where is it? Embodiment Battle gets up to a +3 status bonus. That's a maximum of a +5 to attack rolls, dealing an additional 2d6 +3 damage to your weapon attacks. Ain't no fucking way, bro. You got me fucked up. That sounds like that should be errated. Dude, Battle Oracle, eat your fucking heart out, bro. Like, shit, what the fuck? And yeah, you could get an item bonus from, like, other shit. And Battle Oracle, I'm so sorry. Because, like, the Animist has 8 HP, medium armor, off the bat. They have those two things going for them. And then this could give them a +3 at 7th level, so this is at least at 5th. I don't remember the fucking... Yeah, Battle Girl has been against hard out since remaster. This is crazy. Paizo. Come here. Paizo, come here. Paizo. You can't release this. Paizo, no, think about this. You can't do this, Paizo. We gotta leave. You can't. They didn't add in the old rule of flaws when you have apparitions. What do you mean? I think that's still like flavor stuff. I don't know if it's mechanical stuff because like the Steward of Fire still says Steward of Stone and Fire, quick to anger and slow to forget. But I'm not sure if it says inside of the actual where is it? We're gonna go control last the feat. Let me look for it real quick. Sorry, next turn you get a +4 bonus to saves against spells and effects that give you the control condition. However, you can only recall knowledge, step, strike, cast apparition spell, cast a vessel spell, sustain a vessel spell, or use an action that has the apparition trait. What does the spell strikes do again? I don't think that anathema thing is in here now. What does the spell strikes do in the remaster? I can't check Anethus right now because it's not up there yet. (1d6) force damage on the next hit with a strike. No. You get it here. It's a level 4 feat. Once return as a free action. Most recent action was to casting on cantrip spell. You do 1d6 spirit damage and gain the divine trait on it. Yeah, it's the same thing. Get fucked, Battle Oracle. You got nothing. It's just better. It is spirit damage, so it cannot hit ghostless things. The Animist just has a better subclass. I feel so fucking bad for Battle Oracle people. Battle Oracle, I'm sorry. It's literally... it's literally Battle Oracle and then cooler Battle Oracle, like with the Animist with like sunglasses over it. It's not fair. Yeah, but Battle Oracle doesn't get this. Battle Oracle wishes it got Grudge Strike, dude. Like, it's like, bruh. Oh, dude, no. The Battle Oracle needs an entire book to itself. Battle Oracle multiclass Animist, I feel like at that point, you'd be better off just doing it the other way around and getting the cool curse feats that you want from the Oracle thingy on the better chassis, which is the Animist. If you specifically want the Battle Oracle type of feel from like the first printing. Dude, Reddit has to be fucking going nuts right now. Somebody open the Reddit. I don't want to taint my search history and see if someone's talking about how Animist is just better Battle Oracle. If not, start the post yourself and go rage baiting and say that Phoebe Bane told you to so that I get clicks on my accounts. They're silent, I see. That's true. I think it only got started shipping out today for most other people, and then content creators got it yesterday. Yeah, somebody start beef on Reddit for me. Don't actually do that. I don't want to be attributed to Reddit. I don't want somebody talking to me on Reddit. No, don't actually. I don't want to fight people on Reddit. I don't want to be banned. Also, people are hosting spoiler threads, which is nice. Yeah. I had one in the Pathfinder 2 what War of Immortals thingy last night. I did a little spoiler thread thingy in that Discord. It was fun, but like it got kind of hectic because people were like, ah, and I'm like, I'm doing my best. I'm just one goblin. People turn into ravenous beasts when a new book comes out. Spirit Walk? Yeah, Spirit Walk. It requires Apparition Sense and just gives you and all your friends within 30 feet of you a +2 bonus to recall knowledge checks about ghosts and haunts and undead. What's the Reveler like? The what? I transfer my thaumaturge into an Animist. It is very much like the Spirit Sense one is very much like it's haunt and undead, and if you're not fighting anything that has haunts or undead, it doesn't really do much. It's very campaign specific, in my opinion. At least, like the specifically the Seer Animist. Apparition, Reveler, Apparition. How are you? Reveler in Lost Glee. You have the ghost of a clown inside you, giving you circus lore and fortune-telling lore. Gives you prestidigitation, dizzying colors, laughing fit, hypnotize, confusion, illusory scene, vibrant pattern, warp mind, quandary, and wails of the damned. It is the 10th rank spell, yes. Every single apparition gives you its own specific version of what the avatar spell would be. It is the only 10th rank spell you get as an Animist base. Is avatar exclusively determined by your primary core ghost when you have it out. And its apparition spell is Trickster's Mirrors. It's a 1 action, basic will saving throw, stand up to 1 minute. You're surrounded by 3 mirrors that reflect twisted and distorted images of you, make it hard to tell where you actually are within the space, especially causing those who attack you to hit one of your mirrors instead. You start with 1 mirror and gain an additional mirror each time you sustain the spell to a maximum of 3 mirrors. Any attack that would hit you has a random chance of hitting one of the mirrors instead of you. With 1 mirror, the chances are... It's the exact same as what is it called? Mirror image? But, like, once the image is hit, if it is destroyed... No, wait. If the attack roll fails to hit your AC but doesn't critically fail, it destroys a mirror. If the attacker was within 5 feet, they must succeed at a basic will save or take 1d4 mental damage as they believe themselves to be cut by a shower of glass shards from the breaking mirror. A damage effect that affects all targets in your space, destroys all of the mirrors. Thank you so much for the follow, Ouroboros. It's just better mirror image. Wait, you could be stalked by your apparition? That's hilarious. Yeah! My apparition is a yandere. No, I like to think it's going to help you. It's also a yandere, and so are you. So it's just both you guys peeking around the corner trying to stare at some guy you're really into. With your powers combined, you can thirst after the same guy and then try to stab each other in the back every day. I love so much of the Animist. Like, this class is by far my second favorite spellcaster so far. My first favorite is the Mystic from Starfinder 2E's playtest. So you haven't played it yet, you should go check it out. Big question, how do the dedication spells work? What do you mean by that? Like, Justin, every single time I keep forgetting that you made that class, and I keep gassing it up, and I forget that you made it. If anyone doesn't know, Kitsune Warlock in chat is the guy who created the Mystic. It's Dustin. Oh, you're talking about the Animist. What's it called? Thank you, Tepid One, for the follow. Are you talking about for the Animist archetype dedication thingy? It is not. It works the exact same as every other basic of spellcasting thingy. It just adds the apparitions spell that you can get to the stuff you can prepare every single day with your prepared spells. Honestly, based. Mystic has played a psychic, not psychic, a psycho weirdo DJ Mystic healer. It was the funniest thing ever. As a last already, you no longer need to intentionally bleed yourself out of the combat to optimally restore your vitality network quickly. Ooh, I gotta check that out still. Thank you, DX Nomad59, for the follow. I'm bleeding, so I'm still in encounter mode is the funniest feedback we've got from the Mystic. I have to check out the errata once I'm off of stream tonight, because I didn't get to check it out before stream because I was busy preparing for everything. Wait, Force Connection became a feat? I don't remember what Force Connection is. It's been a hot minute since I played it, because I'm playing an Envoy currently, because I was going to play a Mystic. And then my one friend was like, no. Okay, you can heal. I'll be an E-Thought. So instead of a Mystic, I'm playing an Envoy Twitch streamer lady, E-Girl. That annoys my party and streams everything we do. But they love it. And I love it. And I love me because it's me. Force Connection was a Vitality Pool refund action. It's replaced by a buffed network spell to extend the range of your spells by casting from your allies. Oh. But I want to refund my Vitality network. I want to have infinite healing, you meaner. Why did you fucking change it? Mystic is no longer my favorite class. We are Evolutionists and Solarian boys in here. Let's go. Let's go. Solarian. Fuck Mystic. I have gravity now. I don't need to call somebody's phone to go and give them a ringtone that boosts their everything. I still love the Mystic the most, though. I can't even fuck with that. I can't not love the Mystic. Slinging is also good, but like, I get a whole psychic connection. Animist is awesome, though. I'm so hyped to play a Tamashigo Shinto themed character without reflavoring another class. I didn't even think about the type of class characters you can make with this. I just been thinking about mechanics, actually. Dragonkin is coming back, right? I think they spoiled that during one of the Paizo lives. Animist is awesome. It is too big brained, I think, for new players, and not like not in like a bad way, but in like it's gonna be a lot of book work for you type of way. There's Witch Warper. Witch Warper is cool. My boyfriend's currently playing one in our homebrew house. Not homebrew. Our home game that's not streamed. Fuck, I can't talk. He's a Barathu. He's a baby Barathu. Who just warps reality every once in a while. I just gotta like reiterate the fact though that Animist training up to medium armor. Give me a second, I gotta scroll. Where is it? Embodiment of Battle. Gives you martial weapon proficiency. Gives you a +1 bonus to your attack and damage rolls made with the weapon. Gives you reactive strike, which scales to a +2 to both those rolls and a +3 to both those things. And then Apparition enhancement. Once per turn, as a free action, if your most recent action was to cast a non-cantrip spell, your unarmed attack or weapon attack deals an extra 1d6 spirit damage. Ooh, that's just awesome. Grudge Strike, a +2 bonus to your attack rolls to get an additional 2d6 to your damage rolls, which stacks with the +3 you can get with the other thing. Why is this better, Battle Oracle? It's just Martial Animist is now fucking peak gameplay, by the way. Like, I don't know why you would ever pick anything else for your like Divine Gish. Fuck you, Oracle. I'm sorry. You got or the like Battle Oracle got taken out back behind the shed and shot. Well, they have a new puppy coming in the mail. It's still going on? Yes, it's going on until 9 o'clock, so we got a half hour left. I've been playing Animist ever since he played Destiny home game. Excited to see what changed and what's new. I don't know what changed exactly because I didn't really play the playtest. So Animist, yes, Animist is only today, and we're going to do an Exemplar on Friday, and we're doing Mythic rules entirely on Saturday. It's going to be a really long stream on Saturday with all the Mythic shit going on. Are you going to become an Animist Goblin? Fuck no. You kidding me? I can't rebrand. No one's going to watch me anymore. But like, I'm definitely going to make a Mythic Phoebe based on some of the Mythic rules. Because one of the Mythic deities fits so perfectly in lore with Phoebe's actual real-life lore. I say real life as if, like, it's a real thing instead of, like, something I wrote a couple years ago. This with a ghost archetype whose apparition is a normal human named Bob. Not sure how well the enhanced strikes of off spell thing would work with a fighting animist. What do you mean? Just standing already, you only have one, like 2 actions. Oh no, I hope I don't use heal on myself to heal myself, then kill you with my stabbing sword. But in Phoebe's lore, she's a noble, as you could probably guess, based on the fucking dress. I'm Fancy Goblin. I'm a noble woman who's still goblin coded, so don't worry. It's like, oh no, I sure hope I don't cast like a 1-action heal spell on myself. It's so funny though, because you could totally do that. And yeah, I'm still a goblin at heart. Apparition is ascended VTuber. Oh no, don't give me ideas. I'll make it. But a big part of Phoebe's thing is she runs away from responsibility a whole lot. And like, she's only like the level of nobility she is right now because she ran away to like just do her own thing because she runs away from her responsibility and she's really lazy and doesn't want to do any like actual ruling and stuff like that. She lives on the fucking borderlands as a marquis who does nothing. But like, one of the paths to immortality, one of the different like mythic destinies is King Arthur. The prophesized monarch, and it's just King Arthur. And I like the thought of a mythic Phoebe is just, she can no longer run from her destiny of becoming a ruler of some sort, and she has to actually get a job and actually do shit, and ends up like Conquer's Bedford, where he's sitting on the throne with a glass of milk, all angrily and depressed. An animist addressing the spirits as chat. I am stealing that from you. Where in Galarian does Phoebe live? Nowhere. Canonically, Phoebe does not live anywhere in Galarian. She lives nowhere in any, what's it called? Any place in any type of setting, because I have her to be setting agnostic where she lives so I can talk about different tabletop games. She lives in a demi-plane. And Oharsk gets fucking just shit on everywhere. Monarch responded Sturm Revolution, which is the funniest fucking thing. Think about it. one of the things they didn't show off, it's called the Broken Chain, which is about fighting tyrants. This is another Mythic Destiny. So in the same Mythic party, you could have Destined Monarch, a Prophesized Monarch, and also the Broken Chain. That's the funniest fucking thing to me. It is literally in your party. It's that fucking kangaroo thing where it's like, we're gonna be really cool for about 5 seconds, but after that, I'm gonna kick your ass. Or we can make it gay. I am also here to make them star-crossed lovers. I'm reminded of a post in which the divine right of kings is a curse, where you are doomed to rule whether you like it or not. You will rule, and you will rule justly. Yeah, no, that's basically what the prophesized monarch is, kind of like that. Promise lovers to enemies, I'm afraid. No! Although that does make me think of another type of almost fanfiction type of thing I thought of with a lot of the new classes and stuff like that coming into the Divine Mysteries and also War of Immortals. I'm gonna rant about it real quick because I want an excuse to talk about my dumb brain being a lesbian. Okay, so because like I'm imagining the Battle Harbinger. Yes, I know it's called Battle Harbinger, but it's more fun to say Harbinger. The Battle Harbinger cleric being more martially like attacky focus. Because like champions are the defenders. They are the shield. Clerics are like the holy symbol, but Battle Harbinger clerics I feel like would be more like the sword. Like it's like the shield, the cloth, then the sword. I feel like how it would work. Like the Battle Harbinger would totally be like the attacky focused one, the one that does, because it has auras that do give us to attack rolls and makes enemies have weaker attacks, stuff like that. So maybe. I think they said that's something to do with Bane and Bless, and there's a new one that does something with AC, I think. And like, what's it called? I imagine like these two girls going to like the same clergy to go and grab, like to become champions, you know, be champions of this god that they love, like the prismatic ray, perhaps, you know, I'm just saying, you know, it could be that one. And and like two of them, like do the whole thing, but like one isn't ready to commit to the whole extra oaths that come with a champion. Because like they already have the edicts and anathemas of the god they follow, but there's even more added on to it just by being a champion, and like they're not ready for that type of like restrictions, and like they want to be more free. So they go off to become a Battle Harbinger instead, eschewing like the spellcasting stuffs in exchange for more stabbing. And then later in life, at a couple of years, one's a full-fledged champion, the other one is a full-fledged Battle Harbinger. They meet up on the battlefield fighting for both the Prismatic Ray again, and they like kind of hit it off a little. They're like, oh yeah, I remember you from back when you, like, you know, we fooled around a little during fucking like our like Christian school type shit, you know? Like, oh yeah, and you know, it becomes like rivals to lovers almost type of deal, you know, which is always fun. But then, check it. In comes super hot Exemplar lady. She's like a bumbling herbo style, like she's big muscles, kind of small of brain, really nice and sweet lady. And she comes into the fray and becomes like a weird love triangle type thing where they're both spitting with each other, but also kind of spitting with the Exemplar a little bit. And then like, you know, it'll turn into like a throuple almost, and they both start to worship the Exemplar instead of the Prismatic Ray and use that as their god power, stuff like that. Because like they had the domain stuff for the playtest and they changed it for the actual release, but like I didn't know that when I first wrote this. So, you know, 3 lesbians, 2 of them are like champions of, like, one's a champion, one's a Battle Harbinger of the Exemplar character, and they all fuck. The end. That is my Pathfinder fan fiction. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If your campaign relationship chart doesn't resemble a spell circle capable of summoning Eldritch Horror, wow! All right then. Listen, okay. It's it would be it's cute, okay? Don't fuck with me. I'll destroy you. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Prismatic Ray is the best. Phoebe canonically worships her. I guess them. Exactly, the Dom Herbo. The champion is definitely the bottom. The Battle Harbinger is the switch / verse, and the on the top is the Exemplar lady. Wait. Can champion become empowered by an Exemplar? I don't know, but I don't care. I'm having it be canon in my brain. Because originally when the Exemplar... Don't spray me. Because originally when the Exemplar had the domains stuff they could have, people could worship them and get those domains, because technically they're a divine being who has domains, so you could worship them and get those domains, you know? So I stuck with those. I'm also like thinking like, because what's it called? The Godling Mythic Destiny gives you a domain like that other archetype used, like the little thing that probably got turned into archetype used to do. And it also gives you a follower, a hierophant, who can worship you and get that divine, what's it called? That domain spell. I think I gotta go, but it was fun hopping. Take care, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Had a great time. Yeah, no. You could give yourself, you get what's it called? You get a divine domain thingy, and then you get you could just designate somebody to be your hierophant, and they also get it. Is that Sela? Maybe. I really like a similar idea to Ghost Rider, like Exemplar, being able to give the spirit of vengeance to champions and clerics. Yeah, that'd be really cool, you know? Just give off like your own cool thingy to people. When I was talking about how the what's it called? Prophesized Monarch is King Arthur, you get your own round table, by the way. There's a lot of stuff that deals with your knights, and your knights are literally, you choose people in your party to become your knights. You designate 5 allies as your knights as long as you're conscious. Your knight's doomed conditions can't rise above 3. And if they're ever in mortal peril, such as being unconscious with a dying condition or imprisoned in an enemy fortress, you instantly receive a vision revealing their location and condition. When she became a godling. I don't think she became a godling. It's just every single one of these characters has art. Like, all the iconics have art of them if they were a Mythic Destiny. Yeah, like, Harsk is the prophesized monarch. The Apocalypse Rider is our good friend. Where is he? Bumbus. Where's the Apocalypse? Is it at the very top? Yeah, there he is. There's Fumboyd. He's riding a fucking rat-ass goblin dog. Look at him. He's having a good time with his weird pustule dog. Of course. We have this bitch. This hot ass hoe. We love her the most. She is the demon archfiend. I can't really say demon lord. And then we have our favorite halfling Bardo. He is the divine one. I like how you can even see her, like, her familiar has horns now in this art because of it. Dodge, it is very, it's got dodgy. But yeah, no, he's a, what are these guys called again? The fucking snake wings? I can't remember their names. Specific type of, what is it, the chaotic good ones? Quaddle? Maybe, probably. Thank you for the follow, Inkstober, or Ink, I can't talk, I'm sorry. Azada, I was thinking Azada, but I wasn't sure. Inkstober, thank you. Quetzalcoatl. There's a lot of shit. There's a celestial one. The beast master, the beast lord one is, of course, our friend Druid Lady. You can see her dog. That's not a dog. It's a lion. Here, right here. I have the plushie of them. I love them. Now they're in gilded golden armor. Of course, the swashbuckler is always going to be the broken chain one. His eyes are too far apart. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to mention it, but it kind of looks like it. It is Big Cat. Cringer. You know, of course, our always good friend, swashbuckler who will fight God to go and save people, is, of course, the broken chain one about rebellions. And then, of course, we have our good friend. I like how it's the monk iconic who becomes the guy who fights good. Like Eternal Legend is just, wow, I'm so cool and awesome. It's kind of a Rory coded a little bit. I think they even talk about it here, how like it's a Rory coded. Who would have thought the monk is a Rory coded? Hey, it's like the Inquisitor with ink. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm learning. Your Rory's successor? Kinda, almost. I'd rather be a Rory successor than his nerd-ass nephew who wrote a book so good he ascended to godhood. Look at that loser. He wrote a book good. Give him a swirly. That's the Immortal Legend, because I was always thinking that. Maybe? It's the Eternal Legend? I think we're getting Mortal something in Divine Mysteries? Yeah, nerd, like literally. And Rory's over there being like, I'm so swole, and my brain is huge. I'm amazing. I'm a god. And then his fucking nephew comes in, pushes up glasses. Actually, I wrote this book so good that I ascended to godhood. I'm gonna shove him in a fucking locker, bro. That guy, I'm gonna give him a swirly. I'm gonna knock his books out of his hand in the hallway. I'm gonna bully you. How do you think of the new feats that are restricted to archetype, like the fighter? The fact that okay, I should talk about that for a second. There are 4 feats in this book that aren't restricted to the class archetypes, but there's 2 like fighter ones, 2 roguey ones. If you guys, does any of you guys play Final Fantasy, perhaps? Anyone play Final Fantasy at all? Anybody in here? Needle in God's eyes. 2 action ability. With sinews of bronze and thews of iron, you leap into the heavens, piercing the arrogant eye of the gods. Leap up to your total speed, either horizontally or vertically, and strike twice at any point. Or points during a leap. Each attack counts towards your multiple attack penalty, but don't increase penalty until you've made both attacks. You're a fucking dragoon. It's the dragoon feat. Okay, but Rory also talks about mental perfection, but your Magus copies their homework from Wizards. Checkmate, bully. Yeah, I'm a bully. You're the one in the locker. I don't care. But yeah, no, this is very dragoony. It just feels dragoon coded. Who needs a range weapon? I am a range weapon. Exactly. Just go launch yourself into the fucking sky. And then it says about Unbreakable Goblin, who has Unbreakable Goblin. I mean, to fall damage, I just bounce kind of cartoonishly when I come back down, so I don't even care about fall damage. Just leaping vertically 55 feet to stab somebody in the face, then come back down and stab them again. I love it. It's very cool and very flavorful. Wants to take out the other eye? Exactly. I forgot, where were we in this stuff? Godling, yeah. We have our champion friend as the Godling. Karsk as the prophesized monarch. Dragon both with these dragon eyes across thy forehead. And wild spell, we have our sorcerer friend. Kind of gross. You don't want to be wild magic. It's really cool, but it's kind of magic fucking. That was, dude. Imagine comboing it with the Godbreaker thing. I wish you could ready 2 action abilities just because it would be really cool to be like, all right, when the monkey says his Godbreaker at the peak, I'm going to ready my action to go and attack him at the top too. I'm really distracted from the Animist stuff. I'm sorry. Is that dwarf named Enchilada Truestone? Yeah. Catches your whole turn though. Is it? I thought you could only ready. I thought it has to be 2 actions to ready 1 action. I didn't think there was a way to do more action. I thought you guys spent 3 to ready 2. Maybe? I don't fully remember. I don't remember. Nah, I was right. I'm the smartest goblin ever. Ready is 2 for 1. Readying spells with variable effects. On casting is where madness lies. Oh. I didn't even think about that, actually. I guess that does lead to a lot of versatility with stuff like that. So you're the nerd goblin? No, wait. Don't put me. Don't put me in the locker. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Don't. I'm but a little scrimblow. I'm the mind goblin. Wait. Warrior of Legend has a bootleg power attack vicious swing. Oh yeah, it does. If funny, you could use Rhino Charge to ready a charge to flurry, then replace the attacks. The flurry with other action lets you move. What the fuck? I never fully got into Pathfinder 1E because it was really complex and people were really mean to me. So I just did it. I think I went over a lot of what I wanted to go about the Animist tonight. Rule of thumb, Animist, complex as caster, coolest fucking caster other than Mystic. It's a better Battle Oracle than Battle Oracle. Even we don't want to use any of the martial stuff, it still has amazing feats and a lot of cool spell shapes that are really fucky. It's just a really fucking fun class. Although I think I said everything I wanted actually, yeah. So I think I'm gonna raid now. I'm gonna end the stream today. Remember, we're gonna be playing. Not playing. We're gonna be talking about the Exemplar on Friday at 6 p.m. EST again, and then on Saturday, maybe a little earlier. I'm thinking maybe at 4 o'clock EST. I'm gonna be doing everything about Mystic because there's a lot of stuff to go through with Mystic stuff. There is a whole lot, not even just Mystic Destinies, but there's also the Mystic, Mythic, excuse me, not Mystic. But yeah, we're going to go send in my friend Soken, who is currently running a game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition with a bunch of my friends. Our raid message will be Get Bited, Stinky Yeen. I put it in chat. You can just copy that and paste it into the chat when we get there. Well, thank you everybody for stopping by tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Stream of Goblins tonight. Hopefully it involves you giving me all your dollars, but thank you so much, Cressimia, for the follow. I'll see you all next time. Bye.